typing. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I forgot you could hear me. Started singing. I know the song really well, so I keep threatening the full version. It's coming. God's time. Right. This one's staying in the Trudging Together family. If you don't know who the Trudging Together family is, it's Dragon Flower Recovery and Raw Recovery Overeaters Anonymous edition. Yeah, that is the Trudging Together family. So, all right. You know, perception is such a weird thing. I mean, how other people perceive and how I perceive. And I was just talking with my friend Marcia, who's also a pastor. We got a couple things going on. We're talking about the Thursday night meeting. Al-Anon's kicking butt. They've got a full group, and the room's too small, but I don't know. I don't want to give up my space. I mean, it's a lot more work for me to move. A lot. And I don't have the help. So, but I don't want to be a selfish jerk either. I was telling Marcia, I'm still getting what I wanted, which was Ality. That was the whole point. So, so we're trying to figure some things out. It looks like I'm going to be going a little bit different of a direction, but I think what I'm going to do is kind of just keep most of my stuff online because this is where everybody knows me. Been doing it a long time, and this is where everybody knows me, and I tend to think that the Daily Trudge is pretty small, but it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. And God keeps telling me so. And Marcia gave me a little bit of recognition, and that was nice. And she was saying, the AA meeting maybe it isn't going the way that we want it to, but everybody can see the effort that I've put in, and they really appreciate it. So, all right. Never give up. There'll be times when I come on here, I'm ready to give up. I'm a feelings person. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. This is my grandpa cup. If you're here, please say hello, whether watching the live or the rewatch. Turns out I have a ton of rewatchers. Because now I talk to that. I was listening to your podcast. By the way, this isn't a podcast, but call it what you want, right? But never give up and the no matter what club. Let's start with the no matter what club. What does that mean? It means that we don't drink no matter what. That's what that means. No matter what happens in our life, the solution is no longer alcohol. It's a tall order. Right? Now, things may happen. You might have a slip. Okay? Might have a slip. Now, slips, aren't necessarily bad. If you come right back, man, I mean, it can be tough. It took me over 2 years to get off the alcohol. And that's how long it took me, man. But I wouldn't stop trying. I just would not stop trying to get sober. And one day it finally connected. It hit for me, It hit for me. Whoops, wrong button. Good evening, Patricia. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I got friend. You know what? I think I have more friends in other countries than I do in. I have more people that follow me in other countries than I do in Colorado itself. Hmm, kind of cool, right? So maybe you had a slip, and the amount of shame and just stigma and bull crap, and then it's bullshit. It's unneeded bullshit. Um, I was in the middle of my fourth step and I had a slip. Okay, a slip means you came right back within the month. A relapse means you went out for years. Okay, those are two different things. Like being sober and being in recovery, those are two different things. So, right, I just got some. God's answering me like this, so I think I'm on a right path. Right. So the no matter what club means that we don't drink no matter what. Okay. And you may get there, you'll get there eventually. But the key there, okay, after a little while, the never give up and the no matter what club kind of becomes something a little different. Becomes never giving up doesn't just have to do with alcohol. See, there's a lot more to. Oh, what a cute picture, Patricia. Your puppy looks so happy in that picture. Makes me want to go take a nap. um, Getting forward in this life, you know. Um, I don't know how it is for other people in the program, but I feel this huge need to just give away everything that I have, spiritually and emotionally, not physically. Okay, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you know. And it goes on the feeling of feeling like I owe. It's much more than that. And it's what drives me most of the time. Knowing knowing that what I'm doing is making a difference in the world is what keeps me going. It's not money. It's not, yeah, I got a new laptop. Yay, it's helping. But I spent the money so I could help more people. It wasn't, I didn't, no, it was partly for me too. Right. You guys will appreciate this. You'll appreciate this, right? So I was talking to Pastor Marsha, right? And I had told her a few days ago, I'm like, maybe I should just give up the upstairs. And she agreed with me, and it kind of ticked me off. I told her the right answer, okay, and this is a joke. The right answer was no, Dion, you've worked your butt off for that. It's yours and belongs to no one else. I told her that was the right answer. I'm so glad she caught that joke because that's like the opposite of who I am, right? It's the opposite of who I am. That's exactly what it is, Patricia. Thank you for putting a name to it. Thank you. It's gratitude. I have an overabundance of gratitude at the end of the day, man. See, my overabundance of emotions used to be anger, self-pity, um, depression. Those were the things that were at the end of the day. Now I have gratitude for doing a job well done. I have extra love because of the things that I do. And those things come back to me. And they come back to me in feelings. Yeah, in feelings. Gratitude is a feeling for me. Yeah. I'd much rather have gratitude than to be grateful for. Because it seems like You know, I'm not grateful for anything that's materialistic. That's like praying for money to me. If you want to be grateful that you have a roof over your head, go for it. I think that's awesome. I do. Okay, but I see it a little different. I'm not saying I'm not grateful that I'm not saying I'm not grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm just saying, gosh, I'd be a lot more grateful if everyone had a roof over their head. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard for me to be grateful for something that everybody doesn't have. That's what it is for me. Okay. Because I know what it means to go without. I know what it's like to be homeless. I've been homeless twice in my life. Okay? And even then I didn't give up on myself. At one point I did. I gave up on myself, and that was the end of my drinking. Okay. And you probably went through that too. So how do we make it, man? How do we make it? We want to give credit to God. I think that's where credit goes, or a higher power, whatever you want to put it. But there are some people in my life that if they weren't there, I don't think I would be here. Like my mom, my sister, most definitely my wife. You bet. These are the people that refused to give up on me when I was giving up on me. See, love can heal things that until you experience it is, you know. Hey Amber, it's good to see you. And thank you for sharing that out. And I wasn't thinking before I said that to you, and I hope it didn't feel like a guilt trip because it wasn't. Um, I'm just giving it one last good shot. If I don't have anybody tonight, then I'm just going to start going to the 5:30 at Fourth Dimension on Tuesdays. I just want to be able to share and if that's not the place, then I'll go somewhere else. No, it's just what it is, right? Um, but never giving up has so much more. Okay, good. I didn't think it did, but just in case, because you never know. I'd rather make an amends, even though it didn't need to happen. Right? There we go. Because all that does is reinforce that I give a shit. Right? I think, I feel, I believe to the bottom of my fucking heart that you're worth any amount of effort in this world. Yes, I believe that. If you are a child of God, which you are, then I believe that you deserve every chance in this life to find a higher power and a much better life. And I'd like to give that to you if I can, if you'll let me, right? Yeah. And there's times I've come on here wanting to give up. Sure. Right? Sure. How many times have I quit the Daily Trudge, man? I mean, probably several times since y'all been here, right? But you know that I'm just going through bullshit. You're like, yeah, you'll be back in an hour, Dion. You know you can't help it, right? You can trust in the fact that I'm just talking shit, you know, okay? And what do? You allow me to have that for a little bit, and then you support me a little bit more so that I go, oh, that's right. As long as I help one person, that's all that matters. Ah, right? And that brings me back to why I'm doing what I'm doing. Back to keeping it simple. I think that's probably one of the it's it's when things are no longer simple that I tend to get a little out of control. I'm going to rephrase that. If it's not simple, I did something with it. right? I did. Um, there's a lot of things that keep people from the rooms. Um, like there's a lot of people that, let's say there's 70 people that go to the church. That means that there's at least 7 alcoholics in that set of people. And they know at the church that we have AA available, right? Okay. Now is AA the only way? No, it's not. It's not. But even then, I was talking to Marcia about this, the stigma that comes with it. They don't want to show up because then the people in the church might have something to say about that. See, and that's why it's important that it's Alcoholics Anonymous. I can't go around in the church saying, you got to get to that meeting. And no, it can't be done that way. It's got to be attraction, not promotion. Okay. I can make an announcement, and that's about as far as it goes. That's about as far as it goes. And so we do this on attraction rather than promotion. Yeah. And there you go. That's a great question. It's a great question. I don't have an answer. Maybe one, right? I wish it was more, but yeah, are they willing to take a look at it? Are they willing to admit it? You know, um, we all have a reputation, and our reputation means something. Sure, it does. I have to have a decent reputation with what I do. If my reputation was that I was a jerk and just ran everybody off, then that would be my reputation, right? So, um, but you can't force people either, right? There again, we're back at meeting people where they are at, right? Right. So, and I don't blame these people. I don't. Mm-mm. I know how fucking hard it is. Um, you know, maybe, I bet I probably would have had more people if they didn't know anybody at the church or something, right? I don't know. I'm guessing at that. But it's all right. It's all right because um all of that doesn't matter because it's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen, and it's happening the way it's supposed to happen. And okay, so that means that I may be taking the AA meetings down to the sanctuary. So what? So what? Um, but I am going to do something different now. I'm not going to set up before everybody gets there. I'm going to wait for people to get there, and then they can help me set up. Right? Yeah, huh? I've been praying on that. I've been praying on that, Amber. I hope it does. I'm going to do it again right now. God, please give Amber and Scott the patience that they need to sell their house. Do it quickly. There we go. That's how I pray. All right. And you'd be thinking, you would think with everybody wanting, yeah. See, that's so weird, isn't it? I know. I find it odd. God, people, sell my house. So I could be a better service to others. Oh, oh, that's not manipulating a prayer at all. That was funny. That was funny. Thank you, Amber. All right. See, you could have fun like this too in the program, you know. Um, but just did. I don't know how else I can say it. I don't. And I'm beginning to have a loss for words here. Um, Hi Ingrid, you too. Good to see you. Um, all right, let's see if we can find some inspiration. Never give up. Oh, it's a song by Sia. What is it called when you never give up? Tenacious is a mostly positive term. If someone calls you tenacious, you're probably the kind of person who never gives up and never stops trying, right? And woohoo! Have fun, Patricia. I'm ending. So yeah, love you. We'll see you again soon. So yeah, be tenacious about your recovery. Be tenacious. Be that good example. Okay. There's a lot of us here right now that can break these generational curses of anger and manipulation and gaslighting and dysfunctional families. So good on you. I mean, when you tell me that I'm doing more than I actually know, well, I see it in you too, right? I see it in you too. And we're all out there just trying to do the best that we can in the program, help other people while living a, halfway decent life. So, all right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day.